Say, hi everybody! Hi! Say, welcome back to my channel.
Hi.
Hi! Good girl! Hi guys and welcome back to my channel! Woo! Just a quick disclaimer or warning, you might hear Stella in the background. It's only me and her today, and when I talk a lot, she decides she likes to talk a lot too. And then also she might be popping in and out of some random clips and whatnot. She just, like I said, it's just me and her, and so if she fusses, someone obviously has to get her so she's not crying in the video. But with today's video, I wanted to share some things that I've learned through these 9 months of, or about 9 months of being a mom, that have really helped me. And, you know, I'm still kind of learning, but they're definitely things that I have held on to, and they're important and things that I can hopefully share with you guys and, you know, hopefully help some new moms out there or old moms. Not old age, but moms who have been moms. Sorry. And you know, hopefully you guys like this video. But yeah, but without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I learned in the first couple months of being a mom is that you really don't need that big of amount of newborn clothes. Babies grow so insanely fast that they just go right out of it. With Stella, it was a little different. Stella kind of struggled with gaining weight for a while, so she was in newborn clothes until about 3.5, 4 months. But most babies that I have met, and most babies normally, grow pretty quickly and are out of newborn clothes within like a month or two. And so you never really need that much or that many newborn clothes. And it's okay to have a lot if you want a lot. I know we were handed down a lot of newborn clothes, and so we just kept them all and then donated the rest. So the second thing that we learned pretty much right off the bat is about our little Ellie. So usually in the hospital before you leave, they tell you to wait to introduce the binky for about 2 weeks, they say. And within that time, babies get so used to nipples and how they feel that it would be really hard, and it has been really hard for them to transfer to a different texture because they get so used to one texture. Luckily, for us, Stella went to Children's and they used binkies there, so she got used to them right away. But like Stella's cousin who's 18 days older than his mom waited like she was told to, and he really doesn't like to take the binky. It's just a foreign object to him, and he doesn't like it as much. So if you're a mom who's planning to use a binky with her kiddo, I would definitely recommend starting as soon as you get out of the hospital, or even if you could sneak it in the hospital. It's just a nice way. And I always thought that a binky's a little bit better than a thumb, just because you can take a binky away, but you can't really take a thumb away. I know there's a big debate about it all, but yeah, that's my thoughts, and I think that, you know, don't wait to use the bink. The third thing that I learned took some time. It really took, honestly, a lot of time, and I think it takes a lot of time with most moms to kind of figure this out and to not feel guilty about it. But it is so important for you to have you time. it is, after you have a baby, it's all about the baby. That's all anybody wants to do. That's all you can do as a mom, is take care of a baby. And you feel guilty going out anywhere, even if it's just to the store by yourself. So it took me about, I would say, until Stella was 5 months old to really, say, it's okay for me to leave my baby, and it's okay for someone else to watch her. She's getting just the same as attention as she would with, just the same amount of attention she gets with them as she would with me. And it's okay for you to for you to go out. So the fourth thing that also kind of took me a while to figure out was that you don't have to be a perfect mom. You don't have to be the stereotypical, or like the Instagram mom, I would say. You don't have to take photo shoots with your baby every time you want to upload a picture. You don't have to dress them in the nicest clothes. You don't have to be perfect, because there's really is no such thing as a perfect mom. All moms are just doing the best they can, and other moms are really good at, yeah. So, the next thing I learned was that you do not have to be the stereotypical Instagram mom. You don't have to be the perfect mom, because nobody really is the perfect mom. Everyone messes up. Everyone, has those days where baby is just too much and you have to hand it off, or, your baby goes out in an outfit that has throw up on it, or they have a huge blowout. Like, those are so normal, such normal things that I feel like moms don't really show happening, or at least, the perfect mom, because nobody wants to be the mom with a kid walking around with throw up on the shirt, But it's okay to do that, because it happens. It's life. You can't really control when the baby throws up. You can't really control any of that. And then going into that, don't be afraid to buy hand-me-downs, thrift store stuff. Don't be afraid to shop at the thrift store. Okay, baby clothes are so insanely expensive for how little they'll wear them and how quickly they'll grow out of them, and how easy they are to get dirty and how small they are. It's so much money for just some baby clothes. So don't be scared to go to a baby consignment store or Value Village. We get a lot of Stella's clothes at Value Village, a lot of good stuff at Value Village. And it's just the same quality as all the other clothes. It just has come from somewhere else, and it doesn't matter. No one really ever knows unless we tell them. Or don't be scared to take hand-me-downs from friends or family who have babies, because it's all just the same quality. It's just been worn once or twice, because babies really grow so fast. So, something else that I've learned, and it kind of sounds a little harsh, but it's honestly super good for you to let your baby cry it out. When they hit a certain age. So, like, new babies, you should probably go and see why they're crying. But, like, it's really good to just let older babies kind of problem solve and cry it out and figure out why they're crying and what they really want and if they really need to be crying. So, like, Stella, for instance, when she rolls onto her stomach, she will kind of get tired, and she'll tell you when she's done with her stomach by whining and fussing. But Stella is very capable of rolling over on her own. She just is kind of lazy. So she cries about it, but then we just kind of let her figure it out. And so she'll whine for about maybe 5 minutes at the most, but she'll in the end figure out she needs to roll over, and she'll do it, and she'll figure it out. So it's just, babies need to have that kind of independence where they figure out how to do things on their own, because mom and dad are not always going to be right there to do what they need. And I mean, for sure, help your baby if they're crying because they're hungry, or they're crying because they're in pain. But if they're just crying because they don't like how they're positioned on the floor, you know, as for example, they let them problem solve. Let the baby problem solve. Okay, another really big thing that took me, it's still taking me a really long time to kind of accept and understand, is that your body is never gonna be the same as it was. It can get pretty damn close to how it was, but it's never gonna be how it used to be before you had a baby. There's always gonna be something that's a little different. Like, for example, right now, I was pretty much a little stick all through my life. And then with Stella, I, you know, gained the baby weight, and then usually moms are able to lose it through breastfeeding or pumping or whatnot, and you know, those months after pregnancy when you're moving and going and, you know, losing that weight. With me, Stella was in the hospital and we were breastfeeding on and off and pumping on and off, so like nothing was set. So I didn't get that comfort of being at home, and I couldn't lose the weight, and then we stopped with pumping and stopped with breastfeeding, not by my choice, and so I wasn't able to lose the pregnancy weight normally or as fast as I would have, and I'm still working on it. It's still something to this day that I struggle with so much, because I used to be so tiny, and you know, I'm not that anymore. Like, I still have like pregnancy weight that I'm working on, but you just gotta know, and you gotta be prepared for it. A really important thing I've learned is to have a routine. It's both important for you and the baby. So at night, it's amazing to have a routine. It sort of gets the baby ready for bed, to know that it's time to go to bed. So like for Stella, for Stella. Yeah. For Stella, we usually will start after her 5 or 6 o'clock feed, kind of getting her ready for bed. So after her feed is over, it's about 7:30, I would say, and then we'll usually bathe her and read to her, and you know, kind of get things quiet and dark, and you know, do the lotion and the coconut oil in her hair, and then we'll get her all PJ'd up and read to her and swaddle her, and then, you know, by then it's time for her, she's either asleep or it's time for her 9 o'clock feed, and she's usually pretty tired by then, so we'll just go to bed, and she sleeps in her crib, which is great. Something that I'm also still working on is to find a really good support system. And I have an amazing support system with my family and with Rob's family and with my friends. But then like the second part to this is to find a support system and to actually trust people. Trust enough to leave them alone, to leave the baby alone with them. And I'm still kind of working on this. Stella, just because of all her medical things and medical needs and like feeding schedules and whatnot, I find it really hard to leave her alone with people who aren't comfortable taking care of those needs. So like, I can leave her with my sister and my mom and Rob's family because they all understand how to do the pump and whatnot. But like, it's just hard to think about her going to daycare because I don't know how much I would trust someone to do her pump when Stella's not their only baby, if that makes sense. So, you just have to, as a new mom, learn to trust people and find who your support system is and really trust them. thing that I've learned is to cherish the little things, because it just goes by so quickly. I remember when Stella came home and she was just a little 3-week-old baby, and she was just the cutest thing ever. And you know, you could just hold her and snuggle her. She was so little, and now she's just this giant baby that like wants to do her own thing. You can't hold her and snuggle her like you could snuggle a little newborn, because she wants to do her own thing and she wants to be her own person. But definitely make every moment last and capture him if you can, and you know, just remember the things, be there with your baby, and you know, make those memories. Okay, well, that's it for this week's video, or today's video. I hope you guys really liked it, and Stella hopes that you guys really liked it too. And just know that, you know, these things aren't always true for all moms, but these things are definitely things that I have learned over the past 9 months of being a mom with my little baby Stella. And you know, I hope these can help other moms. If not, I'm just one mom, and I'm sure there's someone else out there who can give you better advice and tell you better things. But Stella thinks it's just mom, right? You say it's just mom. But leave a comment down below some of the things that you've learned if you're a new mom. I'd love to hear some of them, and you know, maybe share and make connections. If you like this video, subscribe down below and like and give it a big thumbs up. A big thumbs up. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and definitely, you know, if you want to keep up with us, subscribe and hit the post notification bell. Bye. 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 Bye, 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 bye. Comment down below if you have ever... I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, and comment if you guys have